Hello, hello, it's Maria. I'm a reporter here with WDW Magazine, here to take you on another magical escape. I am here today in Liberty Square because Disney is about to announce something very spooky that has to do with the brand new cruise ship, the Disney Treasure. So without further ado, I'm going to let the Imagineers take it away.
You probably heard the rumors, you've probably seen the images on the announcement last year for the Disney Treasure. And it's true, we are bringing the Haunted Mansion to the high seas with the Haunted Mansion Parlor. It is will debut on the Disney Treasure in December 2024. So, I'll show you some cool images and our marquee. This, of course, is a big labor of love for all of us, all the Imagineers working on this project, kind of taking the Haunted Mansion and creating a bar and lounge experience, this immersive bar and lounge experience. We've been working on this for over 3 years now. And it's a labor of love. We just kind of, Nick and I and the team, we've really worked hard on trying to kind of capture the nostalgia, the authenticity of the Haunted Mansion, but bring something new to the whole experience as well. So Nick, if you want to talk about design, and then I'll talk about the experience.
Yeah, sure. So of course, we're all huge Haunted Mansion fans, all of Imagineering, all the fan base. So what we did was we looked at all the Haunted Mansions around the world, Phantom Manor, the Haunted Mansions, our 3 locations, and we wanted to take all of those iconic pieces that you always see when you're in the attraction, and then try to figure out how can we bring that to Disney Cruise Line and bring that nautical twist. So we, of course, partnered with a lot of our different partners across Imagineering, including Kim Irvine, where we started looking at a lot of Raleigh Crump's original Museum of the Weird sketches, and seeing all those little twists and bends that we can bring that makes it very specific to Disney Cruise Line, but still harnesses that very classic, nostalgic Haunted Mansion on board of what we're calling kind of an original first-class parlor that you would have seen on original cruise liners back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, and of course we took a lot of inspiration. We did a lot of research in our art library, our Walt Disney Imagineering art library, and as you can see in the marquee, a lot of Museum of the Weird influences here too. You'll see a lot of nods to Raleigh Crump and his amazing designs throughout the whole space. Even in the carpet, Nick designed this really cool rug, and if you look, just like in Haunted Mansion, there's just like little eyes staring back at you, and the wallpaper, the classic purple wallpaper, and the carpet everywhere. It's just, something's always staring at you. Yeah. And so what's really cool is when you enter the space, you get to actually open one of those doors in the corridor doors. So we designed our front door to look like that. You enter the door, you go inside, and we created this 30-minute kind of immersive ambiance experience. So when you come inside the lounge, it's going to go through that classic structure of the attraction where you attend the funeral of our captain character, the captain ghost. We're attending his funeral. You hear that funeral music. You hear the ghost hosts. And then the funeral goes into limbo. All the ghosts are trying to materialize, but we can't see them yet. So we have to go through the seance led by Madame Leota. And after the seance, then we go to the swinging wake, and then the whole space come to life with special effects, ghosts, illusions, and it becomes a real swinging party in here while you drink your spirits as part of the experience. We created a brand new music loop. It's with our composer, Shruti Kumar. She created a 30-minute experience weaving in all those classic themes that bring this whole experience to life with new arrangements that kind of give this big emotional arc to the whole experience. And you'll hear all those classic sound effects, classic voices, and some new things as well. What we're showing you here is only just a small percentage of the illusions and the new effects that we're creating for this experience. So we're very excited to share more with you all in the future. Anything to add?
This is a labor of love. For sure, for sure. This was one that we started on this about 4 years ago in design, and you can imagine how we all jumped right at the opportunity to get to dive into this and bring this kind of experience to life. For us, really like Danny mentioned, it started with the idea of, hey, we get to finally get out of our dune buggies. We get to open one of the doors, the corridor of doors. What's inside? So now you get to actually feel the wallpaper. So we paid a lot of attention to every detail in this space, of material finishes, because you're finally getting out of the dune buggies and getting to live in your own Haunted Mansion experience at the Haunted Mansion Parlor.
You get to sit in one of those cool the red chair.
We even put the duck chair, yeah. So
the-
we have the duck chair from inside the attraction that will be there for you as well for photo opportunities.
Disney is really focusing on bringing the theme parks onto the Disney Treasure. A couple weeks ago, they announced a Jungle Cruise theme space would be coming to the Disney Treasure, and now we just got the announcement about the Haunted Mansion Parlor. It is going to be a lounge experience. At a certain point in the evening, it is going to transition to adults only, but if kids are interested in checking out the space, they will be able to do so early in the evening, which is very cool. And then at a certain time of day, it will switch over to be adults only, so you can enjoy it as an adult-only space. Or if you want to bring your kids who are huge theme park fans to these spaces too, they also have a chance to visit them before it switches to adults only, so it's inclusive for everyone. There also, like the Imagineers said, is a 30-minute loop of music and story that happens when you are in the space. So you want to make sure you spend at least 30 minutes in there so you can experience all of the music and all of the little story elements and all of the little technical details that might pop up over that 30-minute space of experience. Here's a closer up look at that concept art that was revealed by the designers a bit ago. I love that the hitchhiking ghosts are in the mirror. Like they said, there's eyes everywhere. It's staring at you. But my favorite piece here is that fireplace. They've got the 13-hour clock in mantle form above it, and it is really just so cool. And they mentioned that they took inspiration from the fireplaces from the haunted mansions around the world to inspire this one that you'll see on the Disney Treasure. So cool. So this is the actual marquee that is going to be in the Haunted Mansion Parlor on the Disney Wish. This is the exact design with this really cool 3D carving look to it here. It is so neat. It fits the design of the Haunted Mansion so perfectly, but it is also something a little bit new. It's got that parlor logo in it, and I think this is going to be really, really cool space. Love the reflection of the hitchhiking ghost. It's going to be behind the bar. You even get to sit in the chair there. That's really neat. And the whole space has the iconic wallpaper as the backdrop there. I am here with Nick. He is one of creators behind the space, the Haunted Mansion Parlor. Now, the Disney Treasure is bringing a lot of theme park inspired attractions onto the ship. We already had a Jungle Cruise announcement and now the Haunted Mansion. Can you tell us a little bit about the challenges maybe that are involved in taking something that is such a huge scale in a theme park down to a cruise ship space?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, a huge part for us of looking at our attractions is they are an attraction. They are several minutes long. There's a lot of great environments in it. And when we start looking at environments like Haunted Mansion Parlor, we have to think through, when we ride through this attraction, what are those moments that really capture you, that really ground us in the mansion, right? So then we have to look at with a cruise ship. We are in a more confined space than a massive show building. And so that's where the research comes in, looking for specifically the Haunted Mansion Parlor, realizing these first-class parlors that would have been in this era of design, they have their telltale signs of what makes that classic to that, design aesthetic. So finding then how we mash the pieces from the attraction into that dedicated design of what a classic parlor would be, we kind of have to see how it all fits together to make a harmonious, tighter space, but still captures that feeling of you just went through the entire attraction.
Awesome. Always a story, right?
Absolutely. There's always a story. We're constantly developing story as we go through every detail.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, thank you.
While I make my way to preview the merchandise that will be available in the Haunted Mansion Parlor aboard the Disney Treasure, tune in for a word from my friends over at WDW Magazine.
Subscribe to WDW Magazine and escape to Walt Disney World every single month. This large format glossy magazine is filled with content, not ads. Subscribe now and don't miss another month of magic.
We are getting a preview of this merchandise that will be available on the Disney Treasure from its inaugural sailing forward, all Haunted Mansion Parlor related. First and foremost, we've got a t-shirt here with a really cool kind of distressed look to it, perfect for the Haunted Mansion. Here we have a music box. Look at this, again, distressed, looks aged. If we open it up, yeah, I hear that music. Okay. We've got a clock up here as well. A very cool mug that goes with the theme of the captain and his wife that is being told in the Haunted Mansion Parlor. And we've got this mirror here that I heard, if I get close enough to it, there we go. A hitchhiking ghost will follow me home. What an awesome morning at the Magic Kingdom. Now we know even more about what is coming to the Disney Treasure, making its inaugural sailing next year in December of 2024. I cannot wait for my chance to ride on that ship. It is going to be amazing. But thank you so much for joining us here today. For even more coverage on this Disney Treasure announcement, make sure to check out our Instagram and Facebook coverage of the events as well as our blog. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up as well as subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out. Thank you again everyone for watching. I'm Maria and I'll see you in the next magical escape.